Hey, Kara. I got to shut off my Discord.
How does one reach the desert?
We need to head back to the village, then leave by the east gate.
I imagine a tome such as myself will find an arid desert climate quite delightful.
I appreciate it when the sheep are standing in boar-friendly straight lines. Shades were the smartest ones. Oh, here's another sheep. Oh, just kill that one. And that one. Doing 27. Oh, if I go 3 more, I'll have another stack of 10. That's 1, 2, and 3. That should be enough. I like them both, Kara. This one, I mean, you know, Nier Gestalt is my favorite, just because that's the one that I've played the most. And this one gets, you know, some of that love through nepotism, because it's presumably the same game essentially, just with, you know, different Nier character. But I like Automata a lot too.
Hey.
Automata is probably the better game in terms of like gameplay.
I'll wait outside.
What? Why?
It's fine. I like being alone.
And Automata probably has like the better story overall. I just
head out from another exit.
really like this
I'll
one.
just meet you there.
You sure? I know Yona would be really excited to meet you.
Don't force the issue now. Her mind is clearly made up. Not everyone loves the company of others as much as you.
All right, I won't push it.
See you in a bit.
So Kaine will not follow me into towns, presumably because they didn't want to give her, you know, pathfinding or anything. So, whatevs. She'll just, you know, jump over the mountain and meet us on whatever exit we come out of. Because she's cool like that. Let's check on our crops. It's been a couple days real time. I think they're probably done. I think they'll have grown. Yep. You should definitely play Automata. It's a fantastic game. We actually have a complete playthrough on this channel. But yeah, I would highly recommend it to anybody. As long as you can put up with the eccentricities. But if you're enjoying, you know, what you see of this game, then you can probably handle any Nier game on that front. All right, let's see how much money we're getting. 2B is also the waifu, which is more, you know, in Automata's favor. But I don't know, something about this game just really does it for me.
Why not?
I don't want your flowers. I'll give you
Here's
my
your
mutton.
Oh, thank you.
Take more
Here's
mutton.
your mutton.
Oh, thank you.
Take your mutton.
Here's your mutton.
Oh,
Excellent.
why not?
Alright, now let's talk to you. Let's see. Where's my plants? Where are the finished products? Not so.
I hope. What?
Alright, fine. We're gonna grow pumpkins. I think 14.
I hope you grow.
That's what I can hit. There we go. The pain of not having a child I can force to do my planting for me. mean, Yona needs something to do, presumably, while she's sitting around and dying. Take care of my crops. Okay, I just gotta water them. The cruelest thing would be if they made me manually transport the water from someplace over here. Thank goodness they've expedited at least that process. Nier just always has exactly one jug of water. Five more to go. And we're good. Back to adventure. Oh, what are you? Awesome. We got herb. That might do it on money. Neat. I'm halfway to Beastbane. We're going the wrong way. Because the desert is out the eastern gate. The quest that those flowers are for, which I will not be doing, is actually like way more complicated than anything you gotta do in Stardew. Because you've got to like crossbreed the different flower strains until you can make the one you need, and you get nothing of value. Just satisfaction, maybe. We can try and swap in my new spell, Dark Phantasm. I think I gotta put words on it. Oh, I already did. Good. Oh, no, I didn't. You guys made me do this. You had to be goats with stuff that drops off of you and makes me money when I sell it. Really, I'm the victim here. And I already missed my boar. Well, I said that I like Fractured But Whole better. Stick of Truth is just a whole. It's an entirely different kind of game.
So what's Facade like?
It's strange. Let's just leave it at that.
It's hard to say if one is really better than the other.
Young woman who battles monsters in her undergarments.
But I like Fractured But Whole much better. Stick of Truth plays like Paper Mario. It's traditional turn-based RPG combat with like QuickTime stuff to do mid-combat, and
What is this?
you only have your character and another, partner of your choice to use. So I don't like that myself, and the combat gets pretty samey, in my opinion, because there's no positioning or anything to worry about. So eventually you get the best. You kind of figure out what's the best way of fighting for you, which for a lot of people I think just ends up being stacking status effects, because that gets insanely powerful towards the end of the game. And yeah, battles the combat system just stops being interesting pretty quickly for me. Also, I just like Stick of Truth because it gets a little too South Park for its own good.
To be the pack leader.
There's a plot kind of like Fractured But Whole where the kids are playing, their fantasy game, but there's a B plot where there's like aliens and zombies and all kinds of crazy shit going on, and the game ends up paying that plot a lot more attention, and I just don't find that to be anywhere near as interesting. So that's why I liked Fractured But Whole better. I thought it sticks to its concept better, and I just like that concept a lot more.
The headstones seem to be lacking names.
But it's not a bad game.
Also, why do they show
Like, I played it not too long ago, and I enjoyed it. I just didn't enjoy it anywhere near as much as Fractured But Whole. I also don't think the story is as good as Fractured But Whole. The point of comparison I usually see is people saying that they liked Fractured But Whole's gameplay, but Stick of Truth's story, and that's not true for me. I like Fractured But Whole's story a lot better. I thought it had a lot more coherency, less like random South Parkness. So, and both games have their strengths. Although I think I just pretty much went off all about Stick of Truth's weaknesses, so that sounds a bit disingenuous. It is fun. It's crunchy if you like RPG crunch. There's lots of abilities to play with and different items to items you can customize with
the gate is sealed
little like
tight.
doodads you put on them to change their abilities, and there's a lot of like sideways progression where
Where is she
different
first?
pieces of armor have different stats, but they also give you different abilities, and they enable different kinds of builds, and there's a lot of that kind of stuff. So there's definitely people who enjoy that kind of thing. I do.
These
But yeah,
guys kinda...
for my money, I like Fractured But Whole
Not
better.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Stick of Truth goes on sale for like $7 or something, like all the time, which is a steal. Like it's a good, fun game. You'll enjoy it. I think
A while
if you're
back,
getting it on the cheap.
I saved a local kid from a pack of
But
wolves.
okay, that's cool.
Ever since, this town's welcomed me with open arms. Gotta be a pretty screwed
The
up
plus side of
place to live.
Netherborn is its third ability is so flexible that you can equip pretty much any combination of classes you want for flavor. as long as you're using that one. so yeah, I find Netherborn
I suppose a quick stroll
really
about
helps to
town
open up
is
the
in
game.
order.
The language they use here is pretty crazy. So, good luck with that.
So this is the city of Facade,
They speak a language I have never before in...
which is a desert city, which is built like a maze, and everybody speaks this weird language that you can't understand.
I'd wager that huge structure is the king's manor.
No worries, Kara. I'm happy to talk about it.
How do we even get there?
With willpower and smarts, my lad.
I feel badly.
You could speak 1,000 tongues and still fail if you lack knowledge of another's culture.
So I think we need to move with the
Come on,
story a
Rice,
bit
help me out already.
before we can actually understand these people.
I am a brilliant book of unspeakable value, not some dog-eared travel guide.
Eventually, we'll be able to use a raft for fast travel, but I think we need to first move
like
the
we're
story
just
along,
going in
and then I think
circles
we
here.
need to take a tour of the town on our own.
If only we could speak to the locals. I've no doubt we'd have little trouble reaching the king's manor. We'll just have to suss out a route on our
Oops.
own.
The quirk of the Facade people
Covered in
is that
sand.
they're really
Take
into
care
rules.
before all your health is lost.
They have very strict rules for basically everything, and they will not deviate from them. So there's a lot of wacky stuff going on in town because of really archaic rules that they can't get rid of. I think I'm heading in the right direction. Yep, there we are.
No,
And after we finally...
this...
Thankfully, they don't make you go back. I think I can use the mailbox really quick to... Oh, right, that's how we learn the language. Hello, small girl. Japan. And your fruit. And we picked you up.
Ho ho, look. This one lacks the power of speech. Perhaps she can communicate through gesture. Let me see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am Fira. Do you need help?
Yes, we came here to talk to your king. But it turns out we can't actually talk to anyone.
I can guide you? Oh, she will act as our guide. How fortuitous. But first, I must explain this town.
We really just need to see the king.
No, there are rules to follow. Follow me. Well, there you have it.
Artifacts don't play too big a role in the early game. If you bought the complete version, and I believe you did, you should have the Ubisoft artifacts, the hidden blade and whatnot, and those you can upgrade yourself with just by crafting stronger versions of it. You just need to grind up your crafter level. So that kind of ruins the artifact progression. So I'm not really sure how it's supposed to go, because I've only ever played that version of the game, but those artifacts will carry you a long way. Rule number 106, do not live on level ground.
Rule 106?
Is Rule 106 the reason for your labyrinthine system of staircases? Well, I suppose eccentric people deserve an eccentric town.
The you can grind up your crafter level if you just if you make the costumes you find, because most of them add like a decent chunk. A lot of them give you like, you know, plus 20 XP or something, and some of the stronger healing items will also give you a big boost. So if you're patient, you can get it up without too much work. Otherwise, you'll be grafting a shitload of, you know, healing potions and whatnot, and be getting like 1 experience point at a time, which is how I did it my first time.
Oh, come now. What could possibly be the point of such an absurd rule?
Hold on. Your people are still making rules?
Of all the idiocy, I could never live in this city.
And you will find a lot of artifacts eventually. In the police station alone, I believe, has several artifacts that could conceivably carry you to endgame. Although it's optimal to, you know, use, you know, max level stuff, and I think those are like a couple points shy. But yeah, like it shouldn't take too much work to keep your artifacts up to date. The epic artifacts are the most important ones, because those have actual abilities, not just stats. And I think enemies always scale to your stats once you meet their minimum might rating. So the abilities you get from the epic ones tend to be a little bit more valuable. I think the really good ones are in the DLC. Rule number 11,334. You must live at a level appropriate to your position.
Ah, so the aristocracy lives in the top levels, while the commoners subsist below. Seems like a rather unpleasant rule for those on the bottom. Does this girl plan to drag us about the entire town in this fashion?
That's the rule, Vice.
She's just following the rules, Vice.
And we can skip the tour, which we will do. This is a video.
You have no king?
The Black Scroll. Thank you. All of this touring has been helpful for understanding your language. I believe I will be able to speak with this advisor myself.
So now we can talk to people, finally.
We need to talk to the prince.
ザ・カイラン多大財頭とお会いでしたいく改てしてたすおい
My patience for this kind of thing has long ago evaporated.
It's not your fault, Fira. Let's go back to Kaine for now.
Now I believe we get to ride the little sand raft everywhere. This guy appears to be using his spear as an oar. Although he's not anywhere near the sand. So I'm not sure how that works.
would seem we are impeding progress.
She runs really slow because she has tiny, tiny child legs. I can almost catch her by doing my forced walk speed if I guard. Almost there. Just slow it more. Come on, Fury, you can do it. I believe in you.
Slow down, I can barely. The person who saved me. Surely you don't mean Kaine. Kaine helped you. This foul-mouthed hussy.
Piss off, book. You guys done or what?
He does look like a Masha. Yeah, you're right. I need to rewatch Avatar. In lieu of watching anything new. So the prince is missing, and the prince missing is a violation of rule 83,348.
What's going on?
So they have to start looking for him according to the rule. But the prince went missing in the Buried Temple. And rule number 50,527 says that only nobility can enter the temple. So nobody can, since the prince is the only nobility, nobody else can go into the temple to look for him, which is conflicting with the rule that is forcing them to look for him. This is like Lawyer City. Except nobody's any good at circumventing the rules.
Why'd they make a bunch of rules that contradict each other?
This is their way and their system of laws. As
If I lower everything except the sound just a bit. I have not Kyra, but I intend to, because I have another friend who is always telling me, bugging me to do it. I've been getting distracted by stuff. Saphira is the coolest little girl because she tells the city of rule-happy idiots to screw the rules.
That rule only forbids your people from entering the temple, right? So why not ask an outsider to save your prince?
And Nier to the rescue with his lawyering.
oh, and what luck. We just happen to have an outsider who can't stop meddling in the affairs of others right here.
I'm going to. Fira told me about Rule 1024. You know that one, right? Rule 1024. You must honor the request of any outsider owed a debt. That's how it goes, right, Fira?
Why did I ever agree to travel with such a pack of do-gooders?
Let's move.
Alright then, destination set. Yeah, I ended up rewatching most of South Park over the last couple of weeks, and that took up a lot of my TV time. Because I mostly watch TV stuff when I'm about to go to bed, and I want something to lull me to sleep. So I stopped in the more recent seasons when they started focusing way too much on the 2016 election, because I don't feel like living through that again. But yeah, I was watching that, and then I got on a bit of a Star Wars kick because Bad Batch came out, and that was awesome. That made me want to watch some more Rebels. And yeah, but I will get to Winter Soldier and WandaVision. Otherwise, my friend will probably murder me.
Girl behind.
So because Fira is really tiny, but she's also a guide, we need to wait for her to
It would seem we are
move.
impeded.
We need to follow her. but she's not very good at being followed. So, yeah, this is gonna take a bit. I can carry you faster than you can walk. I'm almost certain. And Weiss gets really pissed off if we get in front of her because that stops her progress. And I don't blame him, because this is already going to take long enough. There's Kaine. There she is. Kaine's not even floating anymore, she's just walking along. Run into her from behind. So this part is the desert, the sand is kicked up clouds that we can't really see through, so we need to stay within a certain radius of Fira, or we'll get lost and have to redo I think the entire thing. But that also means we need to protect her from the stuff that attacks us.
Wolves.
Mostly wolves. Fortunately, I've got this nice AoE spell after our last fight, which helps a lot.
This sand is too much. I can barely open my eyes.
The moment I open my mouth, the sand rushes inside.
Do you even have a mouth? How does Fira deal with this?
Perhaps there is some manner of filter inside that mask of hers. Keep a keen eye on your surroundings.
The other problem is we don't get to loot most of the wolves that we kill.
Fira sure is brave, isn't she?
Because if they die too far out of our little field of influence here, then we'll fail the mission by going after them. So, off we go. This is what we're doing for a bit. Weiss has his own little book shadow, and it's kind of adorable.
It would seem we are...
I can't stop fucking this up. Evan and Brittany are doing fine, as far as I know. I actually talk to Brittany more than I talk to Evan these days, but she's vaccinated, and or she was supposed to be vaccinated. I actually haven't heard for certain if she is. But she was going to get vaccinated before me. And last I heard, Evan was still trying to sign up somewhere. Or trying to get an appointment somewhere. No, I thought we were done. Now we're done. But yeah, they're both alive and
This
well.
girl must possess extreme patriotism. Look how she gives all for the sake of her prince.
Waiting for Evan to hurry the fuck up and get vaccinated so we can hang out again. do videos and whatnot. So, we shall see. She was trying to get me to play Genshin Impact with them, but I politely declined. Partially because Genshin Impact is like too much game for me. When I play a mobile game, you know, I want it to be something fun I do for a few minutes a day. But it's almost like an actual game. You just have to play it too much. And also, I just have a weakness for gacha, so I'm trying to avoid taking it on any more. Taking on any more games that will tempt me to, you know, spend microtransaction money. But it sounds like they're having fun with it.
Thanks for your...
Fira, I love you, but fuck off. Because I really, I really hate that part of the game. Oh, I'm so happy it's over. I thought there was a mailbox out here. I know there's one inside a little ways. I guess not. So, fun fact, before we started this channel, I convinced Evan to play Nier, because that's what we did back in the day. We were both poor college students, so we would bring games to each other. We would bring games to each other's houses and be like, "Bro, you got to play this," and we'd kind of watch each other play games and, you know, amuse ourselves seeing the other one, you know, react to stuff. It's kind of like a Let's Play with only a one-person audience. And I got Evan to play Nier, and this was as far as he got, because I think we started the actual channel after this, and we just never had time to go back to it. And I also couldn't record PS3 games at the time. Yeah, my phone also has been warning me about my screen time. Like, well, fuck you. I think 31 hours is actually pretty decent, given that spread out throughout the whole week. I think I'm usually more like 40 to 50, because I play a couple of mobile games. So the gimmick in this temple
What was that supposed to mean?
is that each room has an action that's prohibited, and you can kind of tell what it is from the description. In this room, leaping rabbit is prohibited, which means you can't jump. Because if you jump, then you break the rules, and it sends you back to the beginning.
Sorry, what now?
Yes, we have to play by the rules.
So you need to figure out how to get through this room without jumping, essentially. Which isn't super hard. You can break these projectile shooting blocks by just smacking them with your sword. Oh, right, that's the other thing. If you get hit by something, then you have to start over. I think we can do no. Aha! Yeah, we can do that, and that blocks this. Now we can push this up. And I have a little safe spot. And that lets us try to figure out how we're going to deal with this one. And I think... oh yeah, we just move this back. And push this over here. I get a little like that sometimes. Because when I play a game, when I really enjoy a game, I usually end up wanting to stream it. But then it's like, you know, I also want to play it for me. So yeah, it can get a little difficult. That's that's why my streamed playthrough of Fractured Butthole was my third playthrough. Let's see. I think the easiest way to do this is to just do what I did before. Put that there. Break this block. Push that one. Oh, well that's convenient. You got both of them. I did not plan on that. And then that makes this easier because we can just push this all the way over here. Just walk straight through there and hit the end block. One puzzle down. Several more to go.
What a bother.
I wonder what this prince is like.
The man is tasked to protect his people, and yet he's made them toil to save him. I think that tells us everything we need to know. That he is an incompetent fool.
Did I just hear someone?
Oh, that's where it was. I remember having to sit through the dialogue to get the next puzzle. That might be new.
Where did you come from, boy?
Wait, seriously? But you're just a kid.
Sure thing, Kara. Nier is probably way older than you, buddy.
What?
And away he goes. So this is why the prince hasn't come back, because he sucks at these puzzles, apparently. So no leaping rabbit and no stationary owl, which I believe means we cannot jump and we cannot stand still.
Well, that was unusual.
Come on, we have to help him.
Or we could simply pretend we didn't see it.
Fortunately, it's a really easy puzzle. As long as you know, get a running start.
I hate being covered in sand.
Yes, do try harder not to fall in, would you?
He hates it so much he dies a little every time it happens. That's a decent amount of my health that's gone now. Alright, what's this one? This one, no running? I think this is the no running one. Yeah, no racing wolf, no evasive mouse, and no magic spewing bat. So no running, no dodge rolling, and no using your magic. So this one's hard, normally.
God damn it!
Connie, no!
Shit's starting to piss me off!
No magic spewing bat!
Kaine!
What in the...
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Let me go! Let me...
And away she goes.
I assume we'll have to find her as well.
Yep.
So the no running is problematic because your normal, you know, comfortable move speed is a run. So you could theoretically just slightly tilt, you know, the stick and hope that you know, you don't fuck up and accidentally push the stick harder than you have to. But the easiest way to do this is actually just to block, because when you're blocking, you're locked to walk speed. And also, as I recall, yeah, you just automatically block the shots, which prevents them from hitting you and sending you back to the beginning. So once you figure that out, it's just a matter of, you know, just slowly walking forward until you find that opening that lets you through. And that's it. It's super easy. I believe this is the puzzle we got to before we stopped. Oh, fuck you! Fuck you, what? 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 That was not Racing Wolf. That's bullshit. But, yeah, I remember giving Evan this very explanation as well, like one of the last things we did before we he just never picked up the game again. Come on. Come on. Let me through. Let me through. There we go. You have to be very careful this time. It's one hit at a time. Okay then. Man, I had the cheat and fuck that puzzle still. This one. This is no guarding and no magic. So, yeah, really not that big of a deal. Maybe it's harder if you don't realize you can just jump up on the blocks. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to be needing Dark Blast in the near future. Ah. It's so freaking specific
Space between my pages feels
how to land on these things.
crunchy.
I'd give anything to jump into some water right about now.
Despite your inability to swim, are you mad?
It was a joke, Vice. Sheesh.
To be fair, I don't think you can actually swim in sand, even if you're a good swimmer. It's not actually water. It doesn't have the same rules. What do I do here? Is it back there? No. Did I take a wrong turn at Albuquerque?
I'm covered in sand.
Take care before all your health is lost.
Oh wait, this is the beginning? So, wait, did I go backwards? I think I went backwards. Yeah, I went backwards. And yeah, I think we do one of these rooms. Here we go. No dodging and no magic spewing back. So no dodging, no magic. Ah, you bitch. I think the easiest thing to do might be to just climb up. Yeah. Oof, I almost hit the dodge button. Oh, this is tricky. Oh! You can... They'll just shoot the block for you. Nifty. I don't think I knew that. And I don't want to waste a healing herb, because I think I only need to hold out a little bit longer. And I'll get a free heal at the mailbox. So, no sorting in this room. No blade-wielding tiger.
Easy, Vice. We need quiet or we're gonna mess this up again.
Which is why we have Dark Blast, because that makes this fairly
What
simple.
drove them to make such complicated rules?
Oh, I guess landing on a block is enough for it to kill it. Oh shit, no! I dodged backwards. I'm stupid. Alright. He's a freaking herb. Oh wow, I only have 3 of them. That's not good. I probably should have bought more. here. You just stand on this, right? Yeah. There we go. And I want for it to pick this up, which is clay. That's what I need, probably. I think we're about done. Oh, I think one of these is a combat room. Yeah. Let's see. I think we want Phantasm. Damn it! I immediately failed. Stun reflex. Ah, and I did it again. It's really hard to break that habit. I should probably just remove the evade button from my setup entirely. Come on. Let's go a little closer. Alright, fine. If you want to be that way. It's a lot harder to get behind them. You can't give me a basic combat tutorial when I'm already this far into the game. It's just silly. Oh no! I didn't expect them to respawn. I didn't remember that. Ah, you dick. Don't. Leave me be. Why are shades even part of the testing process? Oh, there's a big one. I think, I just stun him out of that. I thought I had a magic recovery item. Oh, that killed me? God damn it. Oh, that blued. Oh, Right, you just get a full heal when you die. So there was no need for me to do to waste my herbs on myself. Great. Let's put hand back on. Oh, you missed all the parts of me being competent. Shame on you. Alright, try it again. You guys get a little closer. That's what I like. That went way faster. That's not nice! I should have saved that for the next, Whoa! If I get too close to him, I'm gonna end up dodge rolling back, so... I mean, you did. I was in a roll with the other ordeals. And this guy stopped me. Fuck you. There you go. See that? I took your oot. Took your oot word. Which really isn't a word. It's more like like a suffix. Okay, that's done. I think that's the last ordeal. I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm begging. Where is... What did I miss? Oh, there's a shiny. Hey there. It has been a few months, and I'm in the middle of an entirely new game. There we go. Oh, precious mailbox. I will never leave you. Until I have to leave you right now. I need Dark Blast. The blast which is also dark.
What's this?
Well, this doesn't look suspicious at all.
Every location in the Nier world has a built-in boss arena, just in case.
I suppose that was to be expected.
Hey, look!
Let that boy alone.
That mewling child is inside. Without any rules to bind us, we are free to unleash the entirety of our powers.
It's about time.
Yep, no more stupid rules to worry about, so we can
What
cut
is this
loose.
thing?
So the gimmick here is that the pink blocks are what we need to damage to actually
I detect
defeat the
magic
thing.
within the glowing cubes.
Just gotta wait for it to come around. But sometimes they switch on you, and that's douchey. There we go. No worries, man. I mean, we're all busy. That is such is life, in a very literal way. You got me. Ah, now you're pink. Also, I'm getting hit by everything. Let's toke. No, you're not pink. Make it pink. Gotcha. Hang on. No, you stop being pink. Aha. Aha. Ouch. Really close. Just one more. Aha.
How mindless. The guardian of this temple is a curious sight indeed.
Says the talking book.
Ah. That was dumb. Ooh. And does the paint...
This
Oh,
is
right.
a powerful foe.
There you are, you bastard!
Kaine!
Kill the shit out of you! Now hold still and die
Where
already!
did you get taken? And how are you back?
Ah!
That accomplished a lot.
How did you find us?
Beats me. I just kicked a bunch of ass and wound up here.
And without even bothering to get dressed.
Fuck off, book.
Kaine, the glowing cubes take priority.
Screw your priorities! I'm gonna kill this thing my way!
Kaine, of course, refuses to learn to fight the boss properly, making her useless in this fight. That's fine. We can do it ourselves. Oh, that's good.
This should prove interesting.
Yeah, I'd actually started a new game of Library of Ruina. I got a little ways into it, and I was enjoying it well enough. But I took a short break and I just haven't gone back to it. But yeah, I have started it though. I was excited to see that, yeah, they finally have a full release date, even though the game is apparently like basically done as it stands. Kinda, you're hitting everything except the blocks that you need to hit. It's gonna be so much easier. We defeated the block monster. And there's a weird Zelda reference, which was also in the original game for some reason. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I'm still trying to figure out how to build a proper deck, because that's never been my strong suit in card games. Haven't been able to find any guidance, and most of what I did find just told me not to worry about it until I more or less got to where I'm at right now. So, yeah, I gotta look through my stuff and figure out how to turn it into a proper deck. I feel like helping him get the mask while he did basically nothing is sort of circumventing the purpose of this whole ordeal. But whatever, nobody apparently cares.
Oh, no, that's alright. We were just happy to help.
I believe the Regent has just given us an order.
I guess so. In that case, how about you make Rule 0? And have it say that if people don't like a rule, they can vote to change it.
A splendid idea.
And so we force people to accept democracy, or something vaguely resembling it. And we got a sword, which is way cooler.
But I think most of your praise belongs to someone else. Do you know how to cure the Black Scrawl? So even a king couldn't recover from it.
It seems there is no way around it. We'll have to collect the sealed verses after all.
Yeah, it's the only lead we have. We came across an old song that says if we find them all, we can cure the Black Scrawl.
And yes, we are well aware that refrains penned by minstrels half in their cups are hardly a reliable source of information.
Hey, I'll believe anything if there's even a sliver of hope it could help me save Yona. And I'll collect verses, orbs, crystals, magic goat meat, whatever.
Let's see. Rebirth is stupider looking and also worse in terms of stats than my current sword.
あとあこっちしてすれたいさそのとだちとき
Of course.
Just try not to get yourself kidnapped again.
タクとうちタク
And we got Dark Wall. Yeah, I forget the section
Let's go back.
that I got through, but I beat the robot people, and I think that's what all the guides I was looking at were more or less like. That's the point where like your cards actually matter. So yeah, I've got to figure out how to turn what I have into a usable deck, and I'm still acclimating to that because things have changed since the last time I played it. It has potential though. It's certainly different from Lobotomy Corp, so I don't know if it's going to retain, you know, the same audience. But yeah, it's a fun game. Oh right, I can skip this. Yeah.
アルテルアチ来たぜトリシクロソト
Let's see. Yeah, Beastbane is still the best thing in the shop by a big margin. I have stuff I can sell. I can sell wool and some of that wolf hide and fangs and meat and hide and venison. I can sell all that shit. No, I'm only like 3,000 away.
裏のザール
So that's not too bad. But I should buy some herbs.
ある
Let's buy like 6. I guess we'll buy the dumb desert map.
裏のザ
Alright. Now, what is that bright spot? Oh, is it the mailbox? That's the mailbox. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear. Because, yeah, they're a small, the whatever they're called, Full Moon or whatever. They're a small indie studio, and Lobotomy Corp is weird enough that I can't imagine it has. You can really guarantee any kind of like mainstream appeal, but it's good to know that it's getting people to dig into their older stuff, and that helps me and Evan, because if more people are looking for Lobotomy Corp stuff, they might find our Let's Play, which is cool.
It appears to
I mean, cool for us, not necessarily for the people who need to suffer through it. Oh, wait, actually, I want Phantasm for these weenie
I
fights.
suppose rules are rules, even if they are absurd.
I don't think they're absurd.
Oh,
Those rules are important to the masked people.
you don't say.
I do. and I think it's important we respect that.
Well, well. The boy is beginning to sound like a man.
Boy, I'm not a kid, you know.
Hey, less talking, more walking.
What you got for me, Wolf? Just Fang. But yeah, I'm definitely excited on seeing where the story goes for Ruina, because it implies some interesting stuff about the aftermath of Lobotomy Corp. Oh. Are the fans bullying the developers? That does happen. Which is a shame. I mean, there's a fine line. Because I know, like, Darkest Dungeon got, like, both sides of that. Because the developers for Darkest Dungeon had a very specific vision for the game, and a lot of players, myself included, believed that that was not necessarily a vision that was conducive to making a fun game. Of course, they got around to a lot of it by making most of that optional stuff like corpses and whatnot. So that was something they could do. But I imagine with Ruina, it's more complicated to be able to just change things about an RPG deck builder, you know, kind of hybrid deal. Oh, they made changes to the ending? What? Wow. People hated the ending that much? I don't think I've ever seen a game's ending piss people off so much that they somehow force developers to change it. You know, aside from Mass Effect. And, of course, Mass Effect not only has, you know, a lot of money behind it, but their changes were also really more like a giant fuck you to people who demanded they make a better ending. So, it's not quite the same thing. Get over here, goats. It's gonna take your tastiness. Yeah, delicious goat meat. Up, and lizard. Where'd you go? There you are. Come back, lizard. No, I need you. I need your tail. Apparently I don't need the rest of you, just the tail. Need some of that lizard tail. Actually, now that I have Phantasm, I might be able to just kill some sheep really quick. We'll see. I mean, the price is delicious. It makes me gold. And gold is good. Still good on water. And I mean, I would presume that the goat meat is delicious, because otherwise they wouldn't pay me anything for it. Who wants goat meat that's not edible?
Make sure you.
Let's see. Fangs, goat meat, goat hide. Can I scrounge out that last little bit of money I need? Like, a little over 1,000 out. Yeah, I'm just gonna go kill 9 goats, or 9... I'm gonna kill 9 sheep, and get the last bit I need. Yona can wait. She's only dying. She's not, you know, dead yet. Oh. Well, that's a shame to hear. And I know how it can. I know it can be really. It can really hurt your self-esteem when you're getting criticism about something you made, even if it's like very obvious bad faith criticism. You know, that isn't constructive in any way. So it's got to be a blow to morale for the developers. But hopefully they come through it. You know, I mean, they've got a really good product on their hand. That's 2. Three, 4. Oh, hey, the shades killed that one for me. For some reason, 5. 6. Just need 3 more. Where are all the sheep? You assholes mind? I'm trying to kill sheep. That's what you made me do. You made me bring out the boar. I hope you're happy. Ah. Uno, dos.
Get out of my way! I have to save Yona!
Calm down. You cannot prevail if you are blinded with rage.
It's not the appropriate thing to scream when I'm on my sheep killing rampage. I only should need 1 more sheep. I think you're the lucky boy. But I'll kill you because you're standing there. Oh god. I really hate that we're in an age where people unironically make death threats because the media they consume wasn't up to standards. Or to their standards. It drives me freaking nuts. Yeah, that's why it was really funny that you said that. Because, like, I'm running away from my objective. I just ran out to murder some sheep for some easy cash. And I got that very heartfelt screech of defiance. That was great. But yeah, like every day you casually read stuff in the news about how some actor or voice actress or game developer or whatever, you know, got death threats from people who are supposed to be fans, and it's like, it's crazy that this is just a normal thing for us. Like, is there really no other way you can express your dissatisfaction with a product than to threaten to kill the person making it?
Here's your money.
Oh, thank you.
Apparently not. I think I might be just shy of the stupid sword. Please don't be.
Welcome.
Nope. No, you're my
Welcome.
huckleberry. I need a little under 600 gold. Alright, what can I sell? I don't need that. And, oh, I can just sell these fucking moonflower seeds. There we go. There we go.
Thanks for your support.
That's what I want. Nice big jump to my attack stat. And I believe that's the best weapon I can buy for a good while. Best words, batch assigned. Best words, match a sign. Best words, batch a sign. Alright, now we're ready to continue with the story. Oh, wow. I mean, both of those sound pretty cool. Although I do worry that they might be spreading themselves a tad thin, what with how they keep branching out into these new, not new, but you know, these different types of games. But I'm definitely interested in managing a city in Lobotomy Corp. That sounds really cool. I assume you mean it's like the same idea as Lobotomy Corp, but instead of just managing a single, you know, corporation, you're managing a city and watching, like, you know, stuff break out and you run around and break shit and whatnot. That sounds like fun. Like SimCity, but with more horror.
Yona?
Oh, hey,
How are you feeling?
better now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Good.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
Nope. Ah, fine. I'll stay.
You bet.
You'll stay with me? Really?
Can't say no to that.
Yeah, Yona. I'll stay.
Yay!
We'll go murder things tomorrow.
Now get back to bed.
Okay.
Staying doesn't feel like it accomplishes anything if she's just gonna go to bed anyway. I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an S, and then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after the other, faster and faster. SEALEDVERSE. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. The thing I'm looking for. The key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. DREAM. Dream? What? What the hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. I can't follow them. Damn it! I can't make it out! I want to scream. I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead, I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. FORESTOFMYTH. Forest of Myth. So that happened. Oh, yeah, I've been meaning to read that comic. It sounded interesting.
Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses.
Hopefully, though. I thought I'd been hearing that Lobotomy Corp 2 was in production alongside Library of Ruina. Although, to be fair, I think somebody told me that on YouTube.
Morning.
But yeah, I do hope they take a nice break, because Ruina looked like it took a lot of work. No. No, Kara, there's a particular area in this game where they go like text adventure mode, and that's sort of hinting that that's what's coming.
No, I had a strange dream.
What was it about?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Because I had a dream too.
There's actually an entire dungeon and boss fight, which happens entirely in text like that.
Oh yeah?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, me and this boy were playing a game together.
What kind of game?
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
He's not very imaginative, because that game sounds really lame.
How did it work?
The boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
You don't need to take that shit from him, Yona.
So what did he say?
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and forest of myth. But don't worry, I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything. We should play a game together sometime.
What are you
too.
gonna study? Words?
Sure, Yona.
Yona, you so dumb.
I'm ready to make that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that stew. Oh well.
Something troubling you, lad?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Pope.
I'm certainly not thinking about the Forest of Myth. Forest Myth. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I just remember, I think it was around the time when Evan and I finished our LP. We were playing something else, and I guess because the few people who had watched our LP, like, kind of knew us as the Lobotomy Corp guys, we had a few people who chimed in on some of our subsequent videos. We're like, oh my gosh, guys, did you know that they're doing, you know, Lobotomy Corp 2 right now? Are you guys going to play that? You know, that kind of thing. So, you know, never any official sources, just heard it from a guy. For all I know, they might have thought that Library of Ruina was Lobotomy Corp 2, and I mean, it kind of is, you know, in terms of being a sequel, just not a sequel gameplay-wise.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Dearest Popola, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent evidence in Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be able to get your advice, Dream, on the matter. Recently, there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dream, of dream, evil dream, empty dream, cursed dream, evil dream, words, dream, and dream, someone, dream.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of writing.
I've never read that aloud before.
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them.
Very out of dream for them.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will? But...
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, all right. Thank you.
I am curious about Branch, how they're gonna pull off that first-person dungeon crawler thing. That sounds interesting. I wonder if it's gonna be, you know, life simmy, like, Ultima Underworld, or, you know, some of the Elder Scrolls games. But I like RPGs, so I'll probably check it out. We need to go... Actually, first I need to save at the mailbox, but then we will go. Alright, now we're off. Surprisingly quickly, despite the fact that I got a giant hunk of steel attached to my back. Huh. I mean, you know, that timeline is probably subject to change, but I certainly wouldn't complain if they could somehow get it out. But I don't know. I know it's common for for developers to be prototyping a second game while they're finishing the first game. Usually, you know, something that can reuse the same assets. That's why we get a lot of sequels to games, you know, in a relatively short amount of time. Of course, I don't know how big, you know, these guys are. Goddamn, what are they called? Type Moon or something? So I don't know if they have the numbers to pull that kind of thing off, but yeah, I know in the industry that's pretty common. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had at least something, you know, in the works for it. There we go. Stupid boar can't just back up. Alright, off we go. Get out of my way! Hooray, I got a dirty bag. It's even better than a regular bag somehow. I assume. Nier came back. He came back to visit me. Yay. And then I left. Those letters are so sad.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way.
Safe.
I'm certain of it.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
Beware. Beware. The words.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Weiss's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at Nier and Weiss.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined that the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Weiss stared at the mirror, his mouth twitching at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here.
He said.
Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes.
Said the
I
mayor.
think you have.
In other words,
Said Nier.
we've caught the Death Dream?
Before the mayor could confirm Nier's suspicion, Weiss exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who Nier had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Nier and Weiss racked their brains, but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Weiss chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Nier like a contagion. Wait, said Nier suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Weiss aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams, or... Oh, what the hell was it? A sheep, cried Weiss suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment, before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Nier's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said. I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of paper from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Nier. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along, but I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. Nier nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look, if we can be of any help, said Nier, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence! Cried Weiss. The grimoire looked from Nier to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor, you told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet, you seemed surprised to find us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my God, he said. You're right. You're right! I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. "Good luck, you two," he called at the departing forms of Nier and Weiss. "We're all counting on you." As Nier slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of déjà vu. "I saw this man once before," he thought, "but where?" Nier's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Nier to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Nier snapped. "Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk." Nier leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. "How can this stupid forest be so big?" he muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Nier slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard, "Weiss, what's going on?" Nier could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled, and then, just as Nier's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creature of the woods. Zree, 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 zree. Shock, shock, shock. Chick, chick, chee, chick, chick, chee. Chick, chick, chee. Woo, woo, wooma. Woo, woo, wooma. The fuck am I reading? Shik, shik, shik. Shik, shik. Shik, shik, shik. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Nier began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise. It's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels kind of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting us out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? I haven't actually had to read this part aloud, Kara, so I didn't remember the stupid bits. And, yes, I have played Nier multiple times. So far, no, there aren't really any gameplay changes, aside from they removed the guard break move that normally was mapped to triangle. They've replaced it with a new, like, spinny attacky move. Otherwise, it's been pretty much the same. It's just smoother and better. Let's see. I think secret is the answer. Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, Nier sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It is a secret. Right? The sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Nier like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Weiss with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Nier moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Nier after a bit. Weiss spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Weiss finished speaking, the The pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Nier picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. "Good heavens," said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. Oh, don't make me read more weird shit. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. "I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I?" It's like sunlight or something. "Absurdly easy," barked Weiss. "Now answer it." Nier grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right, after all. This one is pretty easy. "I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I?" Sunlight. Sunlight! A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. "In all my years," said Weiss softly, "I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place." "Hey, look!" cried Nier, awakening Weiss from his daze. "There's a house or something over there." Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Weiss saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. "That's weird, isn't it, Weiss? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here?" Nier walked over and pounded the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open, and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from head to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Nier, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. "I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I?" This is an old riddle. Nier tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation," said Weiss, "it seems we must answer his riddle." "Yeah, I suppose," said Nier. "Well, at least it's an easy one." 4 legs in the morning, it's a man. A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. "Correct." With that, the man flung aside his garment, revealing his true identity, and hopefully clothes underneath. "You're the mayor!" cried Nier. The small man slowly shook his head. "I am not the mayor, you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself." Sorry? What's that mean?" "It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance." With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Nier watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Nier and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he got sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. "Good gravy!" he cried. "You made it! You actually made it back!" His left hand grasped Nier's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge it from its socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. "Gah! By the heavens, stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if we were successful or not." The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. "I'm just happy you're alive. I don't think I'd ever see you again." Nier withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. "We broke the Death Dream's seal," he said. "At least, I think we did." The mayor's face beamed as Nier filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the 3 of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Nier cocked his head. "Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep?" "Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself." Nier and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. "Have you forgotten?" continued Weiss. "It is words that control the Death Dream. Words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor, the first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Nier shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh, wow, said the mayor in an odd voice. We did. I'm back. He blinked once, and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to... Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Nier, and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I am sure, said Weiss. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the death dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, muttered Weiss. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our house is home to a powerful magic known as the sealed verse. Nier and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Weiss, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Nier mentioned that the strange man who had given them the third riddle, and the mysterious words he had left them with. I once saw a vision of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he breathed softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too. Nier tried to keep a straight face, and failed. The mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Nier gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
And for doing all that, we get the Dark Execution magic, which kinda sucks.
Sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you are. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
So that's the easiest dungeon of the game, although it requires a hell of a lot of reading, which becomes more strenuous when you're reading it all out loud. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up there. I will probably pick this up on Wednesday. Thanks for watching, guys. And I will see you later, because I need to go rest now.